Hello and welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we want to talk about relationships and why it's important to be cautious about giving too many chances, especially in romantic contexts. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to our channel so we can continue making helpful content and deepen your understanding of relationship dynamics. Now, let's get started. In the realm of human relationships, the concept of giving chances can often be a double-edged sword. Imagine a scenario where you continually extend opportunities to someone, hoping they'll adjust their behavior and meet your expectations. Initially, this may seem like a compassionate and understanding approach, one that reflects your willingness to forgive and work through difficulties. However, it's crucial to recognize that there is a fine line between compassion and enabling. The more chances you offer someone, the more they might start to expect these opportunities as their right rather than a privilege. Over time, this expectation can lead to a lack of respect for the boundaries and standards you've set. When people become accustomed to the idea that you will always be there to forgive them, they may begin to take your leniency for granted. This shift in behavior can be subtle at first but becomes more pronounced as time goes on. The initial gratitude and respect they may have felt can give way to a casual attitude where they no longer see the need to adhere to the standards you've established. Their sense of security in your forgiveness can diminish their motivation to change or improve their behavior, as they come to rely on the fact that you'll always offer another chance. This dynamic can create a situation where your own boundaries and self-respect are compromised. By continually allowing someone to breach your expectations without facing meaningful consequences, you may inadvertently signal that their behavior is acceptable. This erosion of standards can be damaging, not just to the relationship in question, but to your own sense of self-worth. It's important to understand that maintaining respect in relationships requires a balance between forgiveness and accountability. When this balance is disrupted, the respect you deserve can be undermined. Furthermore, when someone becomes too comfortable with your forgiveness, they may develop a sense of entitlement regarding your leniency. This sense of entitlement can breed complacency, leading them to disregard the impact of their actions on you. They might begin to see your forgiveness as a given, rather than something that should be earned or valued. This complacency is not just about their behavior, it reflects a deeper issue of how they perceive your role in their lives. They may start to view you as a doormat rather than a person worthy of respect and consideration. In recognizing this pattern, it's crucial to confront the idea that you deserve to be treated with dignity and respect. Accepting this reality can be challenging, especially if you've invested emotionally in the relationship. However, understanding that your self-worth is not dependent on someone else's acknowledgement or validation is a significant step toward reclaiming your personal power. It's about acknowledging that your value does not diminish because someone else fails to meet your expectations. Rather, their failure to do so highlights the need for you to reassess the dynamics of the relationship. Letting go can be one of the most difficult decisions to make, particularly when you've given someone multiple chances. Yet, it is often through this act of letting go that you make space for healthier relationships and personal growth. When you hold on to relationships that consistently fail to meet your standards, you might be inadvertently hindering your own development and happiness. By choosing to let go, you're not just ending a relationship, you're making a conscious decision to prioritize your own well-being and self-respect. In this process of letting go, it's important to cherish the people who are genuinely worthy of your time and energy. Fate may bring individuals into your life who align with your values and treat you with the respect you deserve. By recognizing and valuing these relationships, you can create a positive environment that nurtures your growth and happiness. Cherishing these connections means appreciating them fully, without the baggage of past disappointments clouding your judgment. Ultimately, The journey of understanding your worth and setting boundaries is about self-discovery and self-care. It involves recognizing that you have the power to shape your own experiences and relationships. By acknowledging that you deserve better and acting on this belief, you create a foundation for healthier, more fulfilling interactions. Letting go of relationships that do not align with your standards is not an act of abandonment, but a statement of self-respect and empowerment. As you move forward, remember that the decisions you make regarding your relationships should reflect your values and aspirations. Holding on to relationships that consistently fail to meet your expectations can be detrimental to your mental and emotional health. Instead, focus on building connections that enhance your life and align with the person you aspire to be. Embracing this mindset will not only help you maintain respect, but also foster a deeper sense of satisfaction and fulfillment in your relationships. The act of giving chances should be balanced with a strong sense of self-respect and clear boundaries. Recognizing when to let go and valuing the relationships that genuinely enrich your life are essential components of maintaining healthy dynamics. By making these conscious choices, you affirm your own worth and create a space where respectful and meaningful connections can thrive. Let's take a moment to reflect on the impact of communication in our lives. Imagine for a second the difference between a world where people spoke directly to each other and one where they spoke about one another. In the former, you'd witness a landscape of clarity and understanding. Conversations would be open, honest, and direct, fostering stronger connections and resolving misunderstandings before they escalate. The beauty of direct communication lies in its ability to bridge gaps and create mutual understanding, whereas speaking about others often perpetuates confusion and animosity. It's like the difference between having a clear, straightforward conversation with a friend versus hearing about their feelings secondhand through a third party. Direct communication allows for the expression of thoughts and emotions in their purest form. When you engage with someone face-to-face or through honest dialogue, you're addressing issues as they arise, rather than letting them fester. This proactive approach to communication is essential for resolving conflicts and building trust. By speaking directly to each other, we eliminate the potential for misinterpretation and gossip, which can often distort the true message. It's about ensuring that our intentions are understood and that we're actively listening to the perspectives of others. Now, think about the relationships you invest your time in. Are you spending time with people who love you unconditionally, or are you surrounding yourself with those whose affection seems to hinge on specific conditions? True love is not a commodity that fluctuates with circumstances. It's a steadfast, unwavering force that persists regardless of external factors. If someone's love for you seems to depend on particular conditions, whether it's your success, your appearance, or how well you meet their expectations, it raises questions about the authenticity of that love. True love is unconditional. It's not influenced by what you can offer or how well you fit into someone's ideal scenario. When love is genuine, it stands resilient through challenges and changes. It's a deep, enduring commitment that doesn't waver based on external circumstances. So when you encounter individuals who can only express affection when conditions are favorable for them, it's a sign that their love may not be as genuine as it appears. It's worth considering whether their affection is more about what you provide to them rather than a sincere connection to who you are. In relationships where love is contingent upon certain factors, you're dealing with a dynamic that's fundamentally different from unconditional love. Such relationships can be emotionally taxing, as they often involve a constant effort to meet specific expectations or maintain certain standards. This creates a precarious balance where your value is measured by how well you align with someone's conditions, rather than being appreciated for who you are intrinsically. This conditional approach can undermine your self-esteem and lead to a sense of instability in the relationship. Unconditional love, on the other hand, offers a sense of security and acceptance. It's about being valued for your true self, regardless of any external variables. This type of love provides a nurturing environment where you can feel safe and supported. It encourages you to be authentic without fear of judgment or rejection based on temporary circumstances. Relationships built on unconditional love offer a stable foundation, fostering personal growth and emotional well-being. Recognizing the difference between unconditional love and conditional affection is crucial for your emotional health. When you identify relationships where affection seems to shift with changing circumstances, it's important to assess whether they contribute positively to your life. Relationships that genuinely enrich your life are those where love is steadfast and unwavering. They offer a source of comfort and stability, rather than one of stress and uncertainty. To cultivate meaningful connections, focus on nurturing relationships where love is expressed unconditionally. Spend your time with people who appreciate you for who you are, regardless of your circumstances. These are the individuals who will stand by you through thick and thin, offering support and understanding without attaching conditions to their affection. They value you not for what you can do for them, but for the person you are at your core. In summary, communication and unconditional love are deeply intertwined in fostering healthy relationships. Direct communication helps to prevent misunderstandings and build trust, while unconditional love provides a solid foundation for emotional stability. By prioritizing relationships that are characterized by genuine, unconditional affection and engaging in clear, honest dialogue, you create a more fulfilling and supportive network. It's about surrounding yourself with those who truly cherish you, ensuring that your interactions are rooted in authenticity and mutual respect. Please consider this example together right now to better understand this sign. In a small village surrounded by lush forests and serene lakes, there lived a young woman named Sarah and her childhood friend Mike. Sarah and Mike had grown up together, sharing their dreams, fears, and countless adventures. Their bond was strong, and they supported each other through various life challenges. One day, Sarah met a new acquaintance named Emma. Emma was charming and brought a fresh perspective to Sarah's life. They quickly became friends, and Sarah was excited about their new connection. However, Sarah noticed something troubling. Emma's enthusiasm seemed to fluctuate based on Sarah's achievements and failures. When Sarah succeeded, Emma was full of praise and admiration. But during Sarah's less successful moments, Emma's interest seemed to wane, and she became distant. Sarah found this inconsistency unsettling. She valued her friendship with Emma but couldn't shake the feeling that Emma's support was conditional. She began to reflect on her friendship with Mike, realizing that Mike's support had always been steadfast and unwavering, no matter what. Determined to address her concerns, Sarah decided to have a candid conversation with Emma. One evening, Sarah invited Emma for a walk by the lake and said, Emma, I've noticed that your support for me changes based on my circumstances. When things are going well, you're very engaged, but when I'm struggling, you seem distant. Can we talk about this?" Emma was taken aback by Sarah's honesty. She hadn't realized how her behavior affected Sarah. After a moment of reflection, Emma admitted, I didn't mean to come across that way. I guess I have trouble dealing with difficult times and didn't know how to be there for you when things weren't going well. I'm sorry if it felt like my support was conditional." Sarah appreciated Emma's willingness to discuss the issue and explained, "It's important to me to feel supported in both good times and bad. True friendship means standing by each other through every season of life, not just the easy ones." Emma took Sarah's words to heart and promised to be more consistent in her support. She made an effort to be there for Sarah during challenging times, understanding that genuine friendship involves unwavering support and empathy. Their relationship deepened as they continued to communicate openly and honestly. Meanwhile, Sarah reflected on her relationship with Mike and realized how much she valued his unconditional support. Mike had always been a pillar of strength, offering encouragement and love without any conditions. This steadfastness was something Sarah deeply cherished. One afternoon, as Sarah and Mike were having coffee together, Sarah said, Mike, I want to thank you for always being there for me. Your support has been a constant in my life, and it means so much to me." Mike smiled warmly and replied, "That's what friends are for, Sarah. I'm here for you no matter what. True friendship is about being there through thick and thin." Sarah understood the profound difference between Emma's conditional support and Mike's unconditional love. She realized that real love and friendship are grounded in consistent, unwavering support, regardless of the circumstances. This insight helped Sarah appreciate the value of direct communication and genuine affection even more. As time went on, Sarah's relationships grew stronger. She became more open in her communication, addressing issues directly and fostering deeper connections. She also surrounded herself with people who offered unconditional support, creating a network of genuine, supportive relationships. In the peaceful village surrounded by nature, Sarah discovered the true essence of friendship and love. Through clear communication and the strength of unconditional support, she created a life filled with meaningful and lasting connections. And so, Sarah lived happily, knowing that her relationships were built on authenticity and mutual respect. Let's delve into a profound aspect of life: the art of keeping those who genuinely love you while letting go of those who do not. Life's fleeting nature reminds us that time is a precious resource, and investing it wisely is essential. Imagine your life as a garden. It's vital to tend to the plants that nourish your soul, those whose love is deep and honest. These relationships are like the vibrant flowers that brighten your day and enrich your experience. They provide genuine joy, support, and warmth, and they deserve your time and care. On the other hand, pursuing individuals who are not fully present or appreciative is like watering weeds that only sap the vitality from your garden. Consider this: when someone leaves your life, especially if it's after you've found some semblance of peace, it often feels like a loss initially. However, this departure can actually be a gain in disguise. It's akin to removing a wilted plant from your garden. What seems like a loss is actually making room for new growth and vitality. If someone couldn't appreciate your worth or contribute positively to your happiness, their absence opens up space for more fulfilling relationships and experiences. It's an opportunity to focus on those who truly matter and enrich your life. Reflect on the nature of genuine connections. These are the relationships where love is deep and honest, not fleeting or superficial. True, deep love is consistent and unwavering. It supports you through thick and thin, offers understanding, and enriches your life. It's important to cherish these bonds and hold them close. They are the anchors that keep you grounded and offer a sense of security and belonging. Investing in these relationships strengthens your emotional resilience and provides a wellspring of joy and support. On the other hand, consider relationships where the love feels conditional or insincere. When someone cannot truly appreciate you or make you happy, it's essential to recognize this reality. It's like trying to cultivate a plant that's not suited to your garden's environment. It's better to let it go than to struggle against its growth. These individuals might bring negativity, criticism, or drama into your life, which can be draining and detrimental to your well-being. Understanding that it's okay to let go of such relationships is a significant step toward self-preservation and peace. Initially, letting go of someone who has been a part of your life, even if their presence was toxic, can be incredibly challenging. It's natural to feel a sense of loss or sadness. However, it's important to remember that this difficulty is a part of the healing process. Just as you might feel a pang when removing a familiar but unproductive plant from your garden, you'll eventually find that the space left behind allows for new, more positive growth. Think of letting go as a form of self-care. By releasing relationships that bring only negativity and toxicity, you are actively choosing to protect your mental and emotional health. This decision is not about rejecting or diminishing others. It's about making a conscious choice to prioritize your own well-being. It's like choosing not to invite a storm into your home. It's a matter of ensuring your environment remains peaceful and supportive. In the aftermath of letting go, you will likely experience a sense of relief and newfound clarity. The absence of toxic influences will free you from unnecessary stress and conflict, allowing you to focus on nurturing the relationships that genuinely matter. This newfound peace is a valuable gift, a testament to the strength and wisdom you've developed through this process. It's an affirmation that you deserve to be surrounded by people who uplift and cherish you. Embrace the idea that letting go is a sign of strength, not weakness. It takes courage to recognize when a relationship is no longer serving your best interests and to act on that realization. By making this choice, you are demonstrating a profound understanding of your own worth and a commitment to living a life filled with genuine connections and positivity. As you move forward, make a point to actively nurture and cherish the relationships that are deep and honest. These are the people who bring joy, support, and a sense of belonging into your life. They are the true gems of your personal garden, deserving of your time and attention. By focusing on these meaningful connections, you create a network of support that enhances your overall well-being and enriches your life. In conclusion, remember that life is too short to chase after those who leave you. Embrace the wisdom of letting go and recognize the value in keeping those whose love is true and steadfast. By prioritizing genuine relationships and releasing toxic ones, you pave the way for a more peaceful, fulfilling life, where you can thrive surrounded by the people who truly matter. Have you ever felt the weight of relationships that seem to sap your energy and make you question your worth? Imagine being around people who never admit their mistakes and always make you feel like you're at fault. It's like being caught in a never-ending cycle of guilt and frustration. You're constantly trying to appease someone who can't see their own errors. This kind of dynamic isn't just draining, it's unhealthy. By stepping away from these individuals, you're not just protecting yourself. You're making a statement about your own self-worth and the kind of relationships you want to nurture. Think of how our character is revealed through our actions in times of both abundance and scarcity. When you're struggling, your patience and resilience come to the forefront. These are the moments when your true character is forged. You might find yourself enduring hardships with grace, showing a strength that's often invisible to others. Conversely, when you're on top, your attitude can reveal even more about who you are. Do you remain humble and generous, or do you let success cloud your perspective? The way you handle both extremes can be a powerful reflection of your inner self. Now, let's dive into the importance of consistency between words and actions. Words have an undeniable power, but they lose their meaning when not accompanied by actions. Consider how disheartening it can be when someone promises one thing but consistently delivers another. This inconsistency can lead to trust issues and a sense of betrayal. It's crucial to align yourself with people whose actions back up their words. Such alignment isn't just about avoiding disappointment, It's about building relationships based on authenticity and trust. True strength often comes from an unexpected place. It's not always about grand gestures or overt displays of power. Sometimes, real strength is found in the quiet endurance of personal struggles. Think about those who face challenges with a brave face, only to shed their tears in private. They fight battles that go unseen by the world, yet their resilience shines through their quiet courage. This type of strength is deeply admirable and often goes unrecognized, yet it's profoundly impactful. In your own life, you might encounter situations where you have to endure silently or fight through difficulties that others don't see. This doesn't mean you have to do it alone, but it's important to recognize the quiet strength you possess. It's also vital to surround yourself with people who understand and appreciate this aspect of you. Finding those who can see beyond your exterior and offer genuine support can make a significant difference in how you handle your challenges. Imagine the relief of surrounding yourself with people who support you not just when things are going well, but also when you're facing your silent battles. These are the individuals who stand by you through thick and thin, who offer understanding when you're struggling privately. They recognize the depth of your struggles and appreciate the quiet strength you exhibit. Having such people in your life can be incredibly reassuring and validating. The process of distancing yourself from those who make you feel at fault and seeking relationships where words align with actions is a journey of self-preservation and growth. It's not about abandoning people, but rather about setting boundaries that allow you to protect your emotional well-being. It's about recognizing that you deserve relationships where mutual respect and authenticity are paramount. Taking these steps requires a blend of introspection and courage. It's about evaluating your relationships and making conscious choices that honor your self-worth and personal development. By being deliberate about who you allow into your life, you're creating an environment that supports your well-being and allows you to thrive both in good times and during challenging periods. In summary, understanding the importance of distancing yourself from those who can't acknowledge their faults and recognizing the value of consistency between words and actions can transform your relational landscape. It's about choosing relationships that uplift and support you, celebrating the quiet strength you exhibit in times of struggle, and fostering an environment where your character can truly shine. This approach can lead to a more fulfilling and balanced life, where your patience, resilience, and personal growth are not only tested but celebrated. Do you want to know 5 rules for happiness? First, consider the rule of not hating anyone. Hatred is a heavy burden to carry, and it can consume your energy and cloud your judgment. Holding on to anger or resentment towards others is like drinking poison and hoping the other person will suffer. When we let go of hate, we free ourselves from this toxic cycle and make room for more positive emotions. It's not about condoning wrong behavior, but about choosing peace over perpetual conflict. In practice, this means recognizing when you're holding on to anger and finding healthy ways to process and release it. By doing so, you liberate yourself and open up space for joy and understanding. Moving on to the second rule, don't compare yourself to others. This can be incredibly challenging in a world where social media and societal standards constantly highlight others' successes. However, comparing yourself to others often leads to dissatisfaction and a feeling of inadequacy. Each person's journey is unique, and your path to happiness is not dictated by the milestones of others. Instead, focus on your own progress and celebrate your individual achievements. Embrace your strengths and work on your personal growth without the distraction of external comparisons. When you start to value your own journey, you build a more genuine sense of self-worth. The third rule advises against worrying about the past or the future. It's easy to get caught up in regrets about what has already happened or anxieties about what might come. Yet, these concerns often distract us from fully living in the present moment. Mindfulness can be a powerful tool here. By training yourself to stay focused on the now, you can alleviate unnecessary stress and find contentment in the current moment. When you live with awareness and appreciation for the present, you release the grip that past regrets and future anxieties have on your life, making room for more joy and satisfaction. Next, we come to the idea of not expecting to get back what you give. This rule is about fostering generosity without attachment to outcomes. When you give with the expectation of receiving something in return, you may find yourself disappointed or disillusioned. True generosity comes from a place of selflessness and compassion. When you give without the need for reciprocation, you experience a deeper sense of fulfillment and connection. This principle encourages you to act from a place of abundance rather than scarcity, which can profoundly impact how you interact with the world and how you perceive your contributions. The fifth rule is never to complain about your difficulties. It's natural to face challenges and feel overwhelmed, but constantly voicing complaints can perpetuate a negative mindset and diminish your resilience. Instead of focusing on what's going wrong, shift your attention to how you can navigate these difficulties constructively. Embrace challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. By adopting a problem-solving attitude and expressing gratitude for what you do have, you cultivate a more positive outlook that helps you handle difficulties with greater grace and effectiveness. Now let's integrate these rules with the concept of letting go of people who no longer serve you. Sometimes, we hold on to relationships out of a sense of obligation or fear of loneliness, even when they are harmful to our well-being. Recognizing when it's time to let go is an act of self-respect and personal growth. It's about understanding that not all relationships are meant to last forever, and some may only hinder your progress. By releasing those who drain your energy, you create space for more fulfilling connections and opportunities in your life. As you internalize these rules, it's important to reinforce the idea that you are enough. Self-worth is not contingent on external validation or comparisons. By embracing your intrinsic value, you build a foundation of self-acceptance that profoundly impacts your overall happiness. This belief in your inherent worthiness is a powerful catalyst for change, leading you to make decisions that align with your true self and pursue paths that bring you joy and fulfillment. Believing in your own worth and practicing these rules can lead to a significant shift in your life. When you stop being weighed down by negative emotions, comparisons, and unrealistic expectations, you open yourself up to a more joyful and balanced existence. Embracing these principles creates a ripple effect, transforming your interactions with others and your perception of yourself. The journey toward happiness through these rules is ongoing and requires mindfulness and effort. However, each step you take in aligning your actions with these principles brings you closer to a more fulfilling and joyful life. Remember, it's a process, and being gentle with yourself along the way is crucial. By consistently applying these rules, you cultivate a life of greater peace, happiness, and authenticity. Ultimately, integrating these rules into your daily life is about more than just following guidelines. It's about reshaping your mindset and approach to living. Embrace the process with an open heart, and you'll find that your life transforms in ways that reflect the true essence of happiness. When two people standing in the middle of a vast field of roses. One is fixated on the thorns, lamenting their sharpness and potential to cause pain, while the other marvels at the beauty and fragrance of the roses, appreciating the vibrant colors and delicate petals. This metaphor illustrates a profound truth. Our perception of a situation significantly influences our experience of it. When we focus on the negatives, we miss out on the potential for beauty and joy that might be right in front of us. Perception is like a lens through which we view our world, and shifting this lens can dramatically alter our emotional landscape. Gratitude, in this context, becomes a powerful tool for shifting our perception. By consciously choosing to focus on what is good and beneficial, rather than dwelling on what is lacking or problematic, we train ourselves to see the roses rather than the thorns. Gratitude helps us recognize and appreciate the positive aspects of our lives, even in challenging circumstances. This shift in focus doesn't ignore the difficulties, but rather provides a balanced view that includes acknowledging the good. This practice not only enhances our emotional well-being, but also deepens our capacity for joy. Joy is a natural outgrowth of a grateful heart. When we consistently practice gratitude, we cultivate a mindset that is more attuned to the positive aspects of life. Joy arises not from the absence of difficulties, but from our ability to find light amidst the shadows. Think of it as tending to a garden. The more you nurture the soil with positive thoughts and appreciation, the more vibrant and flourishing your garden of happiness becomes. Gratitude is like water for this garden, helping it to grow and thrive even when facing adversity. Now, let's delve into the challenging emotional terrain of letting go of someone while still caring about them. This process can feel like walking a tightrope between holding on to cherished memories and recognizing the necessity of moving forward. It's often accompanied by a complex mix of sadness, regret, and hope. Letting go can be one of the hardest things to do, especially when the bond with that person is significant and the memories are precious. The emotional weight of this decision can be overwhelming, but it is also a crucial aspect of self-care and personal growth. Imagine holding a beautiful, yet fragile, bird in your hands. It might be comforting to keep the bird close, but its natural habitat is the open sky. Similarly, some relationships, despite their significance, may no longer be conducive to your well-being and growth. Recognizing this can be heart-wrenching, as it involves acknowledging that the bond, while once meaningful, might now be more of a hindrance than a help. Letting go in such situations is not about erasing the past or diminishing the value of the relationship, but about creating space for new growth and possibilities in your life. It's important to understand that letting go is a brave act of self-love. It requires the courage to confront the discomfort of change and the pain of separation. This act is not a reflection of failure, but a profound acknowledgement of your own needs and boundaries. By making the difficult choice to move on, you're honoring your own well-being and making room for healing and new experiences. Trust in your decision, knowing that it comes from a place of deep self-awareness and respect for your own journey. In this process, it's essential to give yourself time to grieve and adjust. The pain of letting go will gradually lessen, and with time, you will find a sense of peace. This transition period might be challenging, but it is also a time of profound personal growth. As you navigate this change, remember that your feelings are valid and that healing is a process that unfolds at its own pace. Embrace this journey with patience and self-compassion, allowing yourself to feel and heal without rushing the process. Finding peace in the knowledge that you made the right choice for your future can be immensely comforting. Reflect on the reasons behind your decision and the benefits it brings to your life. By focusing on the positive outcomes and the new opportunities that lie ahead, you reinforce the strength and wisdom behind your choice. This perspective helps you transition from a place of loss to one of hopeful anticipation, where you can look forward to new possibilities and personal growth. Ultimately, letting go, while painful, is an act of creating space for something new and meaningful. It allows you to align more closely with your own values and desires, paving the way for healthier relationships and a more fulfilling life. This process teaches you valuable lessons about yourself, your needs, and your capacity for resilience. By embracing this journey with an open heart, you honor your own growth and create the conditions for a richer, more joyful existence. As you move forward, keep in mind the power of perception and gratitude. By focusing on the positives and practicing appreciation, you cultivate a mindset that attracts joy and fulfillment. This shift in perspective will not only enhance your ability to find beauty and happiness in your own life, but also guide you through the challenging process of letting go and embracing new beginnings. Remember, every ending is also a new beginning, and with each step forward, you are building a life that reflects your true self and your deepest aspirations. As you journey through life, you may find that the things you once valued, the fleeting allure of physical appearance or the glitter of material possessions, become less central to your sense of self-worth and happiness. The deeper you go, the more you'll realize that what truly matters is the person you've become. It's the wisdom you've accumulated, the integrity you've maintained, and the character you've developed that define your essence. Life's experiences, both the triumphs and the trials, mold and shape you into the individual you are today, far beyond the superficial markers of success or beauty. Embracing this shift in perspective can be liberating. It allows you to focus on nurturing the qualities that foster genuine connections and deep fulfillment. As you reflect on your journey, you come to understand that true value lies in how you treat others, the principles you uphold, and the kindness you extend. Your legacy will not be measured by the luxury of your possessions or the perfection of your appearance, but by the impact you've had on the lives around you and the authenticity you've cultivated within yourself. With this in mind, it's crucial to approach relationships with discernment and wisdom. Be mindful of those who exhibit a pattern of dishonesty, especially in their relationships. Trust is the bedrock of any meaningful connection, and dishonesty is a corrosive force that undermines it. A person with a history of deceit has not only compromised their integrity, but has also chosen a path that obscures the truth and erodes the soul. Such behavior is a red flag, signaling deeper issues that can affect not just the relationship, but also your well-being and peace of mind. Dishonesty is more than just a flaw. It's a trait that can deeply affect the dynamics of any relationship. It clouds judgment, breeds distrust, and creates a foundation built on shifting sands rather than solid ground. When someone has repeatedly demonstrated a lack of honesty, they reveal a pattern that is unlikely to change without significant self-reflection and growth. Trusting someone with such a history can lead to repeated disappointments and emotional turmoil, detracting from the genuine connections you seek to build. As you continue to grow and evolve, it's important to surround yourself with people who align with your values and principles. Seek out those who are authentic, honest, and respectful, qualities that reflect their true character and enrich your life. Building relationships based on mutual respect and honesty creates a strong foundation for enduring and fulfilling connections. It allows you to forge bonds that support your growth and well-being, free from the shadows of deception and betrayal. Reflecting on your own journey, remember that your experiences and the lessons learned along the way contribute to the person you are becoming. Embrace the wisdom gained from both your successes and your challenges. Use this insight to guide your choices, especially in the realm of relationships. Trust yourself to make decisions that honor your values and support your growth, and be mindful of the qualities you seek in those you choose to bring into your life. In the end, the essence of who you are and the integrity you uphold will define your legacy far more than any external achievements. As you age, let this understanding deepen and shape the way you interact with the world. Cherish the authenticity and trust you cultivate in your relationships, and remain steadfast in your commitment to personal growth and self-discovery. The path you carve will be one of true fulfillment, marked by the lasting impact you make through your character and the genuine connections you nurture. So, as you navigate through life's complexities, remember, it's not about the fleeting allure of appearances or possessions, but about the person you've become. Choose your relationships wisely, valuing honesty and integrity above all. Trust in the process of growth and self-discovery, and embrace the journey with a heart full of wisdom and authenticity.